Boys, good morning. Welcome to another Friday morning. And today we're going to be looking at the top of the NA solo queue ladder. And we'll be looking at tactical, which I'm assuming is tactical's other account because he has a TL tactical right here. Even if it's not him, still a player that plays ADC in the top 5. So, but pretty sure it's him. So yeah, let's look at his profile real quick. Plays a lot of ARAM. That's the only reason why I was like, maybe this isn't tactical. But I don't see why that would disqualify him. So, anyways, we're going to go be looking at this Kalista game right here. 17, 4, and 6. Did by far the most damage in the game. So I'm looking for the pop-off against Aphelios Yumi with Kalista Tom Kench. That would not be a fun time for Aphelios Yumi. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. TL plays Cloud9 on Sunday. I'm excited about that one. That's going to be a really, really fun time. Really fun series. We'll see if playoff perks is activated. And the fudge factor. Always fun. I thought about going over some of those VODs about like what the ADCs do, but it's just so different from solo queue. It's just not worth it. Okay. I myself don't recognize any of the other names in this lobby, so I'm sure somebody's, I don't know. Let's just hope it loads, yeah. In the meantime, okay, nice, finally. The nice thing about this, we get the scoreboard always up. So that'll be nice. We get to see the mini map, everybody's summoners and things. Running Halo Blades, okay. There we go. I won't touch it. I won't touch the mouse. Running Halo Blades, very typical on Kalista.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh yeah, I want to. There we go. Just that way we get the decision making from his perspective, and we're not guessing and trying to remember where the wards are placed down and whatnot.
Minions have spawned.
I can still say their pings. That's alright.
Let's see how many spears.
Alright. So he has already bonded, right? I don't remember seeing him pair with Alistar, but the circle's underneath of them. So it's got to be there. Alright, starting out in lane. Felice is far up because he knows that Alistar's hard to engage with. Felius also has the minion advantage right now. So he can kind of bully them as he wants. Alistar's got bush control, so we'll see if this changes anything. Even with this next minion, they won't hit level 2 because there's 4 casters. So after this one, yep, pushing for it. Alistar is so nice to have in lane. Even if you're getting poked down and bullied like this, his heals are just amazing. Not to be underestimated for sure. But they're not worried about forcing anything so far. Just chilling. Ooh, okay, now we're forcing it. And there we go. A nice flash from Viego, flash from Alistar, gets it done. Teleport coming in from Silas. It's going to not take down Galio, and we're probably going to get a kill on Silas here. If he flashes, we got the flash follow, and yeah, that's a death. Very, very nice. Oh, the Yumi kills the Galio. But she's hanging around. Not gonna matter. Oh. How nice of Tactical not to KS that. He definitely had time to walk forward and auto attack it. But he decided to let Diego have it. A good decision. Diego's an absolutely disgusting shape. And plus he already has a lot of gold. Definitely has enough for a name quiver. But I'd imagine he's going to go back and get boots. Rushing boots on Kalista, always a really, really good idea. Because of her passive and the way that it works. You jump further and attack faster. Doesn't even wait for full mana. He doesn't care. Also, I should have mentioned that both AD carries went the longsword start. Neither went Doran's Blade. Longsword's a little bit greedier than Doran's Blade, but not as greedy as Call. So that's something to just keep in mind. I mean, if you feel comfortable going longsword, then do it. If not, then don't. Okay, this is whenever I hate fighting Aphelios as Kalista, whenever he has grabbed him, because it cucks her so hard, because slows against Kalista it slows your attack speed. Like, movement speed slows Kalista's attack speed, because it slows her jump. And whenever she jumps, she's jumping slower, and so you can't get your next auto attack off sooner. Aphelios typically would be a little bit hard. He definitely shouldn't have been that far up with his Alistar roaming like he is. Alistar had a nice play mid. Got the kill on Silas, and so he needed to respect the Gravitum gun. If he didn't have Gravitum, it might have been a little bit closer, but still with Yumi, it's almost gonna be impossible to win that in a 2v1. Her healing is just very oppressive. But of all the ADCs that deal with it, Kalista would be good. I mean, because the longer fights are way more in Kalista's favor than anybody else. So he waited for this next wave to come up to push this, hard push this in. If you notice, he didn't worry about pushing the wave with a cannon. And we've got a fight here, so let's see if he makes it out of this one. Looks like he will. Got his rend off. And that's a kill. Oh my goodness, no! He didn't have the rend. Anyways, like I was saying, so if you want to push a wave in, like fast push, but you know you're not going to get it before the other wave stops before tower, wait until that wave comes up, so that way you can safely push both of them and hard crash them, then you're not just sitting right outside of the enemy's tower. That way you're hard pushing like at river or sometimes even right outside your turret. And the wave will be able to get all the way in. It was pretty greedy to try and go for the Yumi whenever she had Ignite, but I mean, what are you going to do in the heat of the moment? It's just natural. Kalista Alistar is such a fun combo because since Kalista's laning is so strong, Alistar can just go in and they do the damage. The Damaggio, as we say. Okay, Aphelios has his fighting guns, it looks like, the red-white. Which, as you know, don't fight. Okay, got a slow push here going. And if he's going to hard push, he's going to wait till this next wave comes up. I'm not sure if that's what he's going to do. We'll see. Looks like he's just going to keep with the slow push. Nope. The hard push. Okay, so like I said, he didn't hard push that first wave. He just last hit. Second wave shows up, and now he's got the hard push from right before river. And then he can just let that wave go. Aphelios could potentially freeze this, but he's going to respond to his jungle. Looks like, I think Silas was in there, possibly Kha'Zix now. But it seems like he's long gone. Okay, yep, he's up. Aphelios stopped away from crashing, so he's coming back and trying to hard push. Hard shove. Nice little QE there. And the wave is finally pushed. Viego's starting Dragon. They have priority bot lane. Looks like they have priority mid. Should be a pretty easy take. Okay, they're wanting a dive. So now he's going to hard shove this next wave. So that way the wave can crash. Aphelios and Yuumi back off as they can sniff it out. I'm not sure if it's ordered or not. Okay, looks like the enemy team is planning on showing up with the Silas teleport. Pretty dangerous. Alistar still kind of wants it. Viego's just hovering. They're letting him know that no, it's a bad idea. There comes the Galio ult. Still almost got the Aphelios really low. Viego goes in even after seeing the Galio come. Just not the best decision. Fate's call coming out from Kalista. Just to make sure that the Alistar's safe. I think he's fine though. But well, it's not a freeze, I can tell you that. Generating a slow push. Again, waiting for the next wave. That'll be the big thing about this episode. Whenever you hard push, wait for the next wave so you can do it safely. He did it a little early. He knows that Alistar's in the river, so nobody can come up from the river right now without him seeing for sure. And I got the push in. Looks like Alistar wants to dive. That brings out the teleport from Silas. Really nice teleport. Got the heal to give him the movement speed to get out of there. And now they're back threatening again. Oh my goodness. So the Galio ult was because of Silas from that last time. So that's why he didn't have to teleport the first time. Okay, Viego going in. Galio ultimates. What a crazy, crazy fight going on right here. Galio gets the taunt. Silas has... okay, Silas with Alistar ult is one of the most, like, obnoxious things in the world. Viego's going real hard. And dies to Kha'Zix. Alright, very nice. Knock away. Very good heads-up play by Alistar to hit him over that way. He had more CC. Then it was towards Galio. Nice. 6-2-2. Not much better that you could ask for out of a Kalista. Exactly where you want to be. And from here, anytime the enemy bot lane wants a 2v2, it's like, oh, please, dude. But the enemy team is trying to stop that, as you can see with all the teleports, all the hovering bot. And his team is ready. Just challenger gameplay, I guess. It's always crazy whenever you have a team in solo queue that will, in low elo, that will take care of you and just hover around you or teleport for you. Wow, top lane somehow got out of there. Aphelios went top, and Kled died, and Tom Kench lived somehow. Shrimp is busted right now. He's gonna keep going bot. No need to switch lanes right now.
Plating will fall soon. Killing spree.
Nice. 121 CS at 14 minutes. Pretty good. So, very petty thing. If you're jumping around on Kalista, she only does 90% of her auto attack damage. So, technically, it is better to just stand there. I'm not sure if that applies to turrets or not. I would go with the assumption that it is. If there's nobody around you, just stand there and auto attack it. Okay, gets around on the backside of the Yumi ult so he doesn't get rooted. And we're going to fight this one out. And I think he might be able to get it. He's got the shield bow coming out. And yeah, that was a ton. That was a ton of spears. And that's the thing, again. Oh, that's funny. The long fights favor Kalista. Viego smites the cannon away. Long fights favor Kalista because of how many spears she gets. I mean, he did a ton of damage. It was a 2 and 7 Silas, but still. Oof. Right before he could get the rend off. Unfortunate. It's always tough to know because there's no indicator on Kalista about whenever she's gonna kill somebody with her rend. Going mid, Galio's kind of following. I'm assuming he's wanting to ult top, but he has no ult. All the way back to farming. The ADC special. A little fight in the jungle. He had the wave shoved in, so there's no reason to hit tower. Just comes up here. Gonna take red. He knows that Kha'Zix is here. Let's see what he does. Yeah, that's not gonna work out for you, Kha'Zix. 2 levels above. This is whenever playing ADC just feels absolutely incredible. Look at him. He's level 11. The enemy team, Kled is the only one that's level 11. Kha'Zix is level 9. You kind of feel unstoppable. Levels are so huge. Ultimate coming in from Kled's going to go on to the Alistar. Fate's Call coming in from Kalista. Oh, got the root down, but it's not going to kill him. Shield bow saves him. Let's see if he goes back in, tries to get a little bit of lifesteal. Nice. Very nice fight. Not too much to talk about. A good ult onto the Alistar. Just unfortunate for the enemy team that they couldn't get on him enough to. They couldn't get enough members on him to kill him. It's kind of hopeless for them because they have a 4-0 Tom Kench, 5-2 Viego, 7-2 Galio. Like, how do you get through this? You don't. Rip. And nobody on the enemy team has any items to cut through right now. Like, Aphelios has Kraken, but what is one Kraken gonna do against their entire team? It's not like he has Runans yet. And Aphelios is not a one-item AD carry. Nice hop over the wall. Let's see if he can get back over. Yes, he can. Kalista can jump over certain walls with her Q and with her auto attack jumps. This takes a little bit of practice sometimes. It's always important to try and get as close to the wall as you can. And then just hop right on over. Takes practice. But that's a... I remember, actually, Tactical's first game in the LCS, I remember watching it. He played Kalista. And that was one of the walls that he hopped over with a Q to chase somebody down. I forget who it was. But it's super hype because it was his first game. Whenever he was subbing in for Double Lift. And everybody was going nuts. All the casters were going nuts about how nice of a play it was. There's another wall that you can hop over with your Q. And you need boots. You need boots, otherwise you won't jump far enough. From my understanding. I'm sure you can jump over this wall because it's the same as the one down there. But he's got the Runans, Rage Blade, Shield Bow. Coming up onto Kled, and oh yeah, you know it's over. Gonna let the minions finish him off. How disrespectful. How disrespectful. Level 12. Okay, so he sees there's really nothing for him to do. I mean, their team is just completely wiping the map. Starving the enemy team of any resources. Ooh, gets the Fate's Call on Alistar. Let's see if they fight this one. Looks like they will. Looks like Tactical is going... Oh my word. And yeah, that Runans is so big. That Runans is so big. He had the Ignite on him, so it looks like he's going to die. Yeah. Yeah, that was unfortunate for him. There was nothing for him to auto-attack to get the lifesteal. And Viego couldn't get his body fast enough. But so many spears into Kha'Zix, so many spears into Aphelios. That's a rip. At this point with Kalista, just fight all the time. Anytime you see anybody and you know you're not going to get 3v1'd, fight. Like, any 1v1, even 2v1s at this point in the game. He's 13-4. He can absolutely win those. And there's not always a reason to take them, so it's not... I say take it all the time. You don't always have to. Okay, he's going topside. That's interesting to me. That he decided to go topside. Because Galio and Tom Kent were there. Looks like he just wanted to kill. I don't... Gonna take Gromp. This is where I would head it towards mid. But he got Gromp and a kill off of it. So... but because of that decision, they weren't able to get Dragon. Viego couldn't fight off 4 of them. And so that's where my issue comes in with that decision. Not a big deal, though. I mean, it's not going to change the game by any means. Yep, that's a kill. Never mind, he's still Alistar ult and takes no damage. But it's not going to matter. Oof. Alistar missed it. Shouldn't matter. That's the double, and here's the triple. Look at this man. So disrespectful. And that's the forfeit. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, there was no chance. There was no chance. So, all right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Big thing about this one is, as far as, at least if you're going to take one piece of information with you, was if you're going to try and crash a wave under tower and you can't get the first wave crashed before the second wave shows up, wait for the second wave, then hard push it. Just last hit the first one. Okay? Thanks for tuning in.